Brit+Con fam, welcome back. So today I am going to be giving you 5 resources and things that you need as a MILSO. So I'm just going to jump on in and get started, so here we go. Okay, so the very first thing that I think you as a MILSO should know about is this article webpage called Military OneSource. And Military OneSource, man, that's kind of hard to say, OneSource is all about like families, legal stuff. It's about health and wellness. There is stuff about deployments. There's stuff about education and careers and everything that you really need to know as a military person is in Military OneSource. And they have articles, blogs, and stuff that you can read to know a little bit more about military life. So it's definitely a really good source for you to have, and specifically to get contacts for like TRICARE, I don't know, other random stuff that we need. They have like all of that stuff. So they're like the mother of all resources. So I would definitely check them out if you can. And I will have all the links below for all 5 resources so that you can check them out. So number 2 is kind of like the same thing. It's a blog, article, webpage, and it is called Next Gen MilSpouse. And I feel like the Military OneSource is kind of like this umbrella for all military people to get more information, and it's like very general, I think. But as for Next Gen MilSpouse, it targets a lot of us. It targets young wives, it targets millennials and next gens, and kind of just like targets our feelings and how we are feeling. And if you're like new to military life, then it talks about PCSing, deployments, it talks again about health and wellness, but also just taking care of yourself as a person. And so I would definitely check that out if you can, because it's really, really good for if you're new to military life and if maybe you're on your first or second deployment and new to everything and stuff like that. So I really encourage that blog also. Okay, so the third one that I want to talk about is this app called Sandbox. And if you have never heard of Sandbox, then we are in the same boat, because I had never heard of Sandbox a couple weeks ago, and I totally wish that I would have, because it's amazing. But if you have heard of Sandbox, definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts on this. So to show you the app, this orange one right there, click on it, and it pops up. Oh, I was like, what is that? Okay, so it's basically a military social network. And anytime I hear military social network, I think yes, 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 yes. Because as a military wife, and knowing all of you guys, I really love the idea of connecting with each other and being able to like have a social network for just us, because we go through so many different things that are not like regular people. And I feel like Sandbox is ours, a way that we can connect with each other, that we can stay in touch, that, you know, like all of those things. And I feel like that's what Sandbox is. And so it's an app where you can connect with family and friends, military people. You can even connect with me. I have a profile that you can be my friend, so I will put my name below so that you can be my friend after you download the app. And then second, also, Sandbox is like a letter delivery service. So say, I get a lot of like emails about this. So say your husband or boyfriend goes to boot camp and you send him a letter. I have gotten emails that it's like, I don't know if my letter got to him. I don't know how long it's going to take for my letter to get there, and blah, blah, blah. Like all of these concerns about letters. And basically what Sandbox does is, instead of 5 to 7 days your letter takes to arrive, or like it can take up to 2 weeks, Sandbox delivers your letter within 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. And I'm like, what? And also, on top of that, it gives you a tracking number for your letter. So no more lost mail, no more concern about did it arrive, did it not arrive, like none of that. So this is like super, super cool for especially boot camp people. But basically, like how you send a letter is you type in your letter on the app, type, and you can add a picture to the letter, and you put in their address, or if their address is registered within the app through like boot camp systems and stuff. It'll let you find where they're located and blah, 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 and put in the address for you. And then, sorry, I'm like super hyped about this because it's so cool. And then after you put the address in, you just pressed like done or submit or send or something, and shoop, you're done. You are donezo. You don't need to go to the post office. You don't need to get a stamp. You don't need to get an envelope. You don't need to get paper. You don't need to go to Walmart to print out a picture. None of that. Like, you do it in your bedroom, on your bed, by yourself. That sounds weird. You do it like just super, super quickly. And it's really, really, really awesome. And the way that it works, so it's like there are price things to it, and it's like, and I can't remember specifically the prices right now, but you pay like a subscription to get an amount of letters to just send. And not only do you get an envelope, a stamp, a letter, and a picture, but they also, whenever you send it to them, they get an envelope, a letter, and a stamp, plus tracking. Plus, you know that it's going to get there really fast instead of slow, like typical mail. So yeah, so it's a really, really cool app. And if you do decide to download it, definitely hit me up on the app and say I want to be friends with you, because I would love to be friends with you guys on this app. So yeah, that is the third one. And then they also send you a cute little email with the like claymation dog, and he's like looking through mail. It's really cute. Anyways, so let's just move on. All right, number 4 is a book, and I think it's probably the best book out there for military wives as far as a resource, and it's called Married to the Military. And I have not read this book yet, and I really, really want to, but I'm trying to read all of those books right now because they're half read. So I'm going through each of them and reading them all before Connor gets home, trying to at least. So Married to the Military will probably be on my list soon enough after I read those. But I've heard such great things about it, and I hear that it has really, really good reviews. So if you do want to check it out, I will have the link at the bottom also. But again, I've heard really good things about it, and you can always check out the index. I think you can read like the first couple pages on Amazon and stuff like that. So again, I definitely recommend it. Okay, so number 5, the very last one, is this program called MyCAA. And it is a career advancement educational type program. And basically what it does is it gives wives the opportunity to have scholarships for college. And you have to be a wife, unfortunately, to get this, but you can get scholarships as a military wife through this program. Now, there are certain requirements for this program. Your husband has to be a certain ranking, and then also your degree has to be under a certain like category. And there's like tons and tons of categories and majors that they have that you can get scholarships through. I wasn't able to because I had a broadcast degree, and so they don't offer broadcast as a scholarship thing, but they have like tons of them. Like, they have graphic design, they have photography, like they have like a lot of different things, and those are just 2. But things that you wouldn't think that aren't like military related are in there. So I would definitely check out MyCAA and get more information if you are a military wife and you do want a scholarship for college. Maybe you're not using his GI Bill or anything like that. So be sure to check that out. So those are a little bit about the resources. There are tons of military resources out there. I usually just type in military resources on Pinterest or even on Google. I like Pinterest more because there's a lot of articles on there. So if you just type those in, you'll get like tons and tons of stuff. And then there's also me, little old me. I'm a resource, so you can always email me and ask me questions about stuff, and I will help you as much as I can. But yeah, there's tons and tons of resources out there, and I wish there was a better way that we got them as military wives, but unfortunately we don't, so we have to look for them. So yeah, they are out there, just keep looking. So yeah, those are my resources, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions, definitely email me, comment down below, whatever your heart desires. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!